You're consuming the Daily Nugget. It's dnugget.com for May 15th, 2024. I'm trying it out still. It's kind of like the new intro. You're enjoying the Daily Nugget? Oh, snacking. I like that. Yeah. It's like live brainstorm here. Anyway, we'll work on that. NuggetHateMail@gmail.com if you have an idea for a better version of getting into it other than you're listening, because you could be not listening, you could be watching.
Well, if they're watching, they're listening.
All that to say.
Wouldn't you be listening to?
Well, that's true. I think we've went over this.
If they're watching, they're
Janelle?
hearing it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They are. You are. Either way, you are listening, but you are not necessarily. There's a Venn diagram. So let's do the Venn diagram here.
No, we don't want to see that.
For our audio listeners,
you are either. You could watch. You could listen.
Doing the weird thing with his hands again.
And inside the Venn diagram, everybody is listening.
It's a very small part. It's like
high quality content,
so bad.
folks.
That looks so
I would like to instigate a new rule.
Okay.
Can I instigate a new rule for this podcast? Andy, you get to pick either. What was it? 3 words?
Oh no.
3 words in some crazy accent,
or one hand.
Something weird with your hands. One or the other. You can't have both. So you've already done it.
The chat room says to keep it PG.
Thank you.
I didn't mean for that hand gesture to get as obscene as it.
You never do, but it always does. That's why we have the rule.
This is why I wasn't allowed in any gangs as a teenager, because I would do the gang signs and it would always go wrong. They just said it didn't make. I wasn't making them look good.
Are you familiar with the Weird Al parody called White and Nerdy? Because I think that's you.
Are you making comment on my Empire Strikes Back?
I didn't even notice that.
Snapback.
That's all part of it. It's all part of it.
Okay, so in my undisclosed location today, the theme was throwback, and so I went throwback with the fanny pack and a throwback 90s sweatshirt, and everyone goes, "I didn't realize you were wearing throwback."
It's back.
It kind of just looks like what you wear every single day. Like, okay, I'm stuck in the 90s.
Well, so is your son.
All right,
I saw him yesterday.
Well, that's true,
and he looked like he stepped out of a 90s '90s Nirvana music video.
Nirvana, yes. My son is rocking the night, and he found a thrift store. Like, he found the thrift store because like he came out. He changed his look last week. We go, whoa, what happened? He got baggy pants. He had new T-shirts. He's like, Dad, I found these at a thrift store. I'm like, I don't think there's those moments that you're a proud parent. I don't know if I've had a prouder moment as a parent.
There you go.
My son found it at the thrift store, and I did at his age. This is when I discovered it. It was like I was 17. Mm-hmm. And I remember I found my first coat, it was this brown coat from the 70s, and it had like a fur collar, like a bomber jacket sort of thing, but it wasn't leather. It was like a suede. And my parents called it the homeless coat. And I love that.
Did it smell like the devil's lettuce?
Now, to be fair, I didn't know what that smelled like at that time. So if it did, I couldn't tell you. Because I've always passed on grass. I didn't even know what it smelled like. I now know what it smells like because it's legal everywhere and I smell it everywhere. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, now I realize that's not a skunk. That's a human.
Yeah. Choosing that. Yeah. Uh-huh.
But for the longest time, I was always like, man, did that person get close to a skunk? So, did we lose Sam?
I think so.
We lost him. He did not like my talk. Hey, there's Sam.
Oh,
he's back.
There we go. My computer just went frozen.
Hey.
I'm back.
This episode is brought to you by our brand new streaming platform, Squadcast. Squadcast. It works.
Until it doesn't.
Well, at least I got back on right away.
That's true. Okay, so let's get into it. So Paternal Wednesday, we aren't talking about my son and his thrift store, but that warmed the cockles of my heart. I'll tell you that much.
You.
There was some warming there. Well, this is a different kind of Paternal Wednesday. I feel like, again, Janelle, this is another animal story.
Oh, great.
So, but this is catered
No
for
rodents.
you because
No
you
rodents.
care for the animals.
I do care for
No.
only some of them, though. Okay.
Okay, well, what would you do if you worked at a wildlife center and you found an orphaned fox?
I mean, foxes are okay. They got the bushy,
Okay.
but they're all right. I mean,
And they eat rodents, right? They eat the little critters. They eat the critters you
they're
don't
kind of
like.
wiry.
Did you say they get a
Wiry.
little bushy?
So does that mean you don't like them?
Yeah, the tails. Their tails are bushy.
And that's a strike
Tails.
against them?
Well, they got
I feel like
to tie them together, right? I mean, that's what's
They're cute. I hate it.
Janelle, are you body shaming foxes?
Massage it.
I'm like, listen. If there's any fox listeners, I want you to know that no matter how bushy your
Okay.
tail is or
We
not,
love you. We
God
see
still
you.
loves you.
We
Yes,
see
Here
you.
we
God has a plan for your life. God loves you.
Yes, he did make all the animals. That is true. But in my book, some of them are higher quality than.
Higher quality than others.
Anyway,
Janelle, your vegan philosophy fascinates me.
I don't hate them, Andy. No.
I'm just saying. Just the hierarchy of animals in Janelle's life. In the Janelle animal
Which is
kingdom.
so different than most
Just the
vegans.
levels. All right, what's Janelle in the Janelle animal kingdom? What's at the top? What's the top animal in the Janelle animal kingdom?
The one that I give most respect to.
Well, I suppose that'd be at the top, yes.
Okay. Elephants, of course. Elephants.
Of course.
Of course, because they're like a ton more than I am. So you gotta respect.
So we're going by size. In Janelle's animal kingdom, hierarchy goes by
Maybe.
size.
Yeah.
What about whales? What about a hippo?
Only land dwellers, right?
Aren't hippos like
Yeah,
the most
'cause I'm
dangerous
not a
animal in the world?
What is? What?
A hippo. I thought a
Hippos.
hippo was the
Hippos,
most
yeah,
dangerous.
They're pretty
The
territorial.
white
Yeah.
hippo is like if you're in a boat in Africa and there's a white hippo, you are
You
next
got
to
one.
them. They would eat you. They would eat you alive.
They'll kill you for fun.
Are hippos omnivorous?
They would eat you alive. It's horrible.
I read a story about a guy, it was in Africa. The hippo grabbed a kid and started dragging him down. The guy beat the hippo and the hippo let go.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. That's
You had to
very,
hit that hippo real hard.
they are
'Cause that
deadly.
hippo
They
was a
no,
hungry-
they go for the blood.
Hungry hippo.
I see where you see what Sam did there.
No, what do you say?
He was talking about how hippos can be hungry sometimes.
Yes, very hungry.
Very hungry.
Hungry hippos. Yeah, like the game.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
I remember playing that at my grandma's house, and we kept on losing the marbles, and we ended up only having 2 marbles. So
Because they go flying. I mean, the thing is just he was and then just the marbles just start flying all over the place.
So we just would throw 2 marbles on there and just start jamming on those things in. But by the time we were old enough to not play that game anymore, I think only one of the hippos worked.
You just put M&Ms in there.
Those break quickly. And I'm sorry, does this count for a hand gesture? I've already done one in this show.
And now
Didn't I?
you've
It was
done
the
that
sixth
one
episode or last
twice.
episode.
Now you're in a deficit.
Now
Now what happens, Jen? Jen's the one that makes the rules for me.
You owe us now. How are you going to pay us back?
What? Well, I don't know how. What do I do?
I got chores around
By
here.
continuing to host the Nugget.
All right. Okay, we didn't even get to the story.
No, we didn't.
We'll come back to it next week.
Okay, we'll come back to it
No.
next time. Okay, thank you. Hungry Hippos is the name of the episode, and that's the nugget. We'll try again next time. NuggetHateMail@gmail.com, and I would love your honest opinion. Do you like it when we kind of forget what the topic is and we just go off on random stuff?
No.
I feel like
Whether you like it or not, it's going to keep happening.
well, that's true. That's true. But you know what? We always welcome your suggestions in the suggestion box.
Yes, we did.
We have a suggestion box?
Well, NuggetHateMail@gmail.com is like the suggestion box.
Quit doing this. It's weird.
You broke the rule.
You keep doing it.
box.
No, it's
There's a
not.
box here.
Then quit doing your hands and talk about the box.